ever felt like this? Like some of the most beautiful homes that I walk into are the most exhausting to live in. Not because they are wrong, not because the owners made bad choices, but because modern homes are designed more for aesthetic stimulation rather than for biological repair. I'm Divjyot from Divine Halo, and here on this channel we explore longevity through systems, where space, nervous system, and energy work together. If that way of thinking resonates with you, then please subscribe because this channel is not about hacks, it's more about alignment. So far in this module, we've spoken about energy leakage, energy generation, energy stability, especially through sleep and digestion. Now we move to something that quietly decides whether all of that work holds or collapses. Very important, the layout of your home. Because even if individual rooms are aligned, a confused layout keeps the nervous system on the edge. Here's the truth that most people don't hear. Your body does not experience your home room by room by room. It experiences it as one continuous signal. And when that signal is inconsistent, confused, the body tends to compensate. And in this compensation, we lose energy and longevity. So, what does sacred layout of the home actually mean? Let's look at that. When I use the term sacred home layout, I'm not talking here about religion or rituals. I am talking here about a hierarchy that makes your body and mind work in a certain way. A healthy nervous system needs to know, where can I rest? Where do I act? Where do I transform? Where do I stay alert? And where do I put my guards down? Traditional homes respected this instinctively, but modern homes tend to blur everything. Work bleeds into sleep, storage bleeds into clarity, movement bleeds into rest, and because of that, the body and the nervous system never fully switches modes from one to the other. And a body that never switches modes ages faster. We have learned that by now. Now, there is a popular belief today. Let's see why open, flexible homes are really draining. Today, there is a popular belief that open, flexible homes are healthier because they allow the flow of energy. Open kitchens, multi-use rooms, convertible spaces. Now they look beautiful. They look very Instagrammy and nice photographs. But biologically, they keep the nervous system slightly alert all the time. Why? Because the body thrives on predictable zoning of your house. When one space tries to serve too many functions, the brain never fully relaxes in that particular zone. Longevity does not come from flexibility. It comes from clear boundaries, from rituals, from knowing what to expect in a certain zone or time of the day. Let's look at your home as having a conversation with your nervous system all day long. Now, some homes will say, okay, rest here. It's time to slow down. This is safe. Whereas other homes will say, you have to be alert. You have to be ready. Don't switch off. Loud music on. The lights, the screens, the wiring, all of that is creating a cluttering message for your nervous system. Now, while neither of these messages is wrong, depending on the need of the person, but when a house sends both messages everywhere, like, okay, this is the place to rest and this is the place to work, but when both of these are happening at the same space, imagine how is your nervous system going to process that information? It's going to be in a state of overdrive, it's going to be confused. Now that we've understood how zones have to be separated in the house, let's talk about three non-negotiable zones in your house. Every home, regardless of its size or money, needs three clearly respected zones which need to be separated from each other. One zone is that allows deep rest and containment. This is where the body feels held, where sleep deepens and repair takes place. Number two, the zone that allows your transformation, like cooking, digestion, activity. This is where the energy is created and processed. And the third zone that allows clarity and openness of the mind. And this is where the mind breathes. This is where we take prana from the cosmos. Here, decision making automatically feels lighter for us. When these three areas are confused and compromised and flowing into each other, the body adapts, but adaptation costs energy because of the overdrive of the nervous system. Let's also talk about common layout mistakes that are being made in modern homes. One of the most common mistakes I see is placing importance on convenience over hierarchy. For example, bedrooms that feel temporary, having chaotic kitchens, entrances that overwhelm instead of orienting you, having too much stuff in one place. Another one, letting storage dominate important zones. When clarity zone becomes heavy, the mind is going to mirror that heaviness. Any decision making is going to seem very difficult. And finally, the homes with no true quiet core. Everything feels always on, always active. Even silence feels loud. The TV is on, the music is on, there's a video game section on the always on mode, scrolling screens. So there's no quiet corner in the house which tells you that, okay, this is your time to switch off and stop and repair. Now, these homes for our nervous system, they don't feel safe. They feel unsettling. And the nervous system responds to unsettled environments with constant low grade alertness, a fight or flight mode. I have to be alert, I have to be active, even if you are lying down on your bed and assuming that you are completing 8 hours of sleep. Now, let's see why this matters for longevity. Longevity is not decided by how hard you try, it is decided by how often your body gets to fully downshift and repair itself. When you are sleeping, it is not the time when you are taking prana from the universe, but this is definitely the time when your body is repairing itself. Now, it's decided by how often your body gets to this fully downshift mode. And if your home never allows a downshift, deep sleep weakens. Digestion is going to become dull, inflammation is going to rise, and people then often say, I don't know why I'm feeling tired. So now you know the answer may be more spatial than in your body. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to buy a new home or you have to redesign and break everything. It just means you have to ask better questions to yourself. For example, where does my body soften? Where is it allowed space for the nervous system to shut down and repair? Where does it stay alert? Which space feels very busy even when I'm doing nothing? Which spaces are cluttered? Sacred layout begins with honesty and asking the right questions, not with perfection of following the directions, elements, and the balance of these nuances. Now, if this changed how you think about your home, let it sit with you. Because longevity is not about dramatic upgrades, it's about removing constant invisible stresses from your life. And this is the lens we use at Divine Halo, where spaces are designed not to impress but to support your repair and longevity. If this perspective resonates with you, then do subscribe. And if you're following this as part of the course, I will see you in the next section, where we will go deeper into directions, colors, and how space signals safety to the nervous system.